folks, I'm Ian Baker, the product specialist here at American RV in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Today I'm here to tell you all about the 2018 Keystone Passport 239ML. This is an excellent lightweight bunk model coming in at a little under 4,100 pounds. Let's go ahead and start on the front here. We'll make our way around and then we will head on in. So you have your propane tank cover right here, two 20-pound propane tanks, nice and easy to get to. Just undo the thumb screws, you can lift up the door and that will give you direct access there to those tanks. Behind that, you will see your rails for your battery box. And coming up the front here is black diamond plating. This helps protect the front end from some of the rocks and debris that get thrown up by the tow vehicle. You'll also see on the other side here you do have a light, so that way if you are hooking up or disconnecting at night, that makes it a lot easier to do that. If you take a look right here, one of the things you will see is your solar prep. You know, that's a nice thing to have too, because a lot of times when you're out camping, especially with something that's smaller and lightweight, you'll be boondocking. You won't have hookup. This is definitely a big addition. You can plug that solar panel in and it will start to automatically trickle charge your batteries. If you take a look at the front end on the Passport here, you will see it has a nice curvature to it. That way it's nice and aerodynamic. Fiberglass front end here, fiberglass on these sides as well. This is a laminated product, which is excellent when it comes to the durability of the camper. All aluminum frame in there too, so you don't have to worry about that rotting out on you. If you take a look at the pass-through, you'll see how you have a cover on the hinge here as well, so you won't have a bunch of rust coming down your door. Magnetic latch puts it up nice and simple. You don't have any plastic clips. I don't know about you, but with my kids, they love to open and shut things. They're pretty young yet, and so that's one less thing that can break on here. If you take a look at the pass-through, you'll see it's a nice big open compartment all the way through. The same size door on the off-door side as on the camp side. So, if you load up a bigger item, you can get it out of either side of the camper. Of course, LED lights in there in case you are accessing at night. And again, you can see that aluminum frame right in there. If we take a look underneath, if you take a look at the frame real quick, this is a huck bolt frame. That's advantageous as well because the number one spot that your frame tends to rust is right at the weld point. So if we eliminate those weld points, you eliminate that chance for rust. So again, it just lasts a little bit longer. Also, if you ever do have any damage, huck bolt is a heck of a lot easier to replace, meaning that will cost you less money. You can see the big power awning on this coach. Just touch the button to roll that out. Same thing to have it go right back in. LED light strip there underneath. Getting into the 239 is nice and simple. You have two steps there. And of course the door right here does have a strut on there, which again is pretty nice. That way you don't have to worry about the kids flinging the door open, have it smack against the side of the camper, anything like that. Aluminum alloy rims, not only do those look really nice, but they also help prevent rust and corrosion. So that way they will continue to look nice for a longer duration, meaning that you will have a higher resale value on this coach. Also, if you take a look underneath the power awning, you see your two outside speakers. Those are controlled by the multimedia center inside, but that is Bluetooth capable. So if you have a smartphone or tablet, you want to sit out here underneath your awning, you can use that device to control the speakers here. Right here is the outside kitchen. Right outside of the kitchen, you see you have an electrical outlet, which is great. So if you want to plug in like an electric skillet, something like that, you can. Or, if you need to charge a cell phone, whatever, you can do that right there. One thing I want to mention before I open this up, take a look. You will see there's not any vents or anything on this side. That's a pretty big deal. When you're talking about camp space, usable space, you can set up all your chairs here, set up a table, set up camp, open that awning up, and this is great usable space here. When I open this up, again, same thing. You'll see it is magnetic latches. So as I mentioned, one less thing to break here. If we take a look at the outside kitchen, you'll see right up top you have a nice storage area. If you can see that, it's kind of dark in there because of the sunlight, but great storage area up there, perfect for some plates, maybe some solo cups, things like that. Your pull-out cooktop right here. So you have a 2-burner cooktop if you want to do some cooking. That, of course, uses a propane quick connect that is underneath. So the neat thing about that is if you don't want to use this cooktop, you have a little portable grill that you really like to use. You can just hook the grill up to that quick connect right there, and it will feed off your 20-pound bottles rather than having to buy the separate ones. You also have an outside faucet here with a dump basin. This isn't plumbed, but again, even most of your sinks that are plumbed, just so you know, they drain outside anyway. So this is the same basic concept. You sit here, use your sink, when you're done, just dump it out, and you're good to go. The other cool thing about this, if you take a look right on the sides here, look at this. You have this on both sides. Great extra prep space. So that way, if you are cooking, you can open it up over here, set your plate down, be able to throw whatever in here, and then, have plates over here, whatever it may be. But it's nice having that extra space. You just don't get that very often in an outside kitchen. And then, of course, probably the most commonly used item is that guy right there, which is your outside refrigerator. That way you have a spot for all of your condiments, your ketchup, your mustard, your beverages you want to put out here, obviously can go in there as well. If we come around to the back side, a couple things I like to point out on the back here. One is this is your spare tire. Hopefully you never have to use that, but in the event that you do, it's riding right back there, so that way you can pop it off. Super easy access. You don't have to get down your hands and knees to be able to get to it. You'll also notice that this one doesn't have your square tubular bumper like you often see on a lot of campers. So what they did instead is they give you this guy right here. That is where your sewer hose will go. So again, it's right back here, nice and easy to get at. This is your water heater on the back. Again, I like the fact they put it on the back so it's not blowing out on the side. Atwood water heater as well, which is a nicer water heater because you don't have to worry about anode rods. It uses a aluminum tank, so even if you have aggressive water, you're not going to have the anode rod that you constantly have to replace. On the off-door side here, a couple other things I just want to point out. The one, you have your 30 amp power cord right here. You can just pull that out, nice and easy to plug in. And then right up front there, you will see you have your outside shower with both hot and cold access. Welcome to the inside of the 2018 Keystone Passport 239ML. This particular model is in the Driftwood interior. So there's a lot of things I really like about this floor plan, and let's go ahead and start right here. This is one of them. So I love when manufacturers are able to give you a campside dinette. The reason is you generally get a nice big window here, and this is the view you want. You want to be able to look out at your campsite, not stare out at your neighbors. So that way you can sit here in the morning, you can have your breakfast, you can have your cup of coffee, and be able to look out to your campsite. Also, this does drop down into a bed, so if you need the additional sleeping space, it's nice and easy. You can just fold the legs up right here. The table will sit along the rails, take your back cushions, put them in, and then that will give you a sleeping space. Another thing this can be used for is if you have really small children that still sleep in a pack and play. Same thing, you can drop that down, put your pack and play on top. Gives you a great place to be able to put that. LED light here to make it nice and bright at night. Of course, the big window will let in the light during the day. But you actually have LED lights throughout the coach, and that is something that's very important too. Again, if you're taking this boondocking, you have that solar prep to help trickle charge your batteries, but these LED lights are great. They don't put out near the heat and use a fraction of the power. That way your batteries will last longer while you are out camping. Then right up above there, we have some storage spots. You can see you have a nice little cubby hole right here. This, of course, is our power awning. Underneath that, some light controls. This is the multimedia center I touched on when we were outside. Again, that is Bluetooth capable there. And then if we open this up, you have the nice glass panels on there. You'll see this is a good extra storage area. Notice they don't have a stile in the center. I like that too. Again, it allows you to put some bigger items up there. If you want to put some board games there right above the table, you have space in which you can do that. Right over here in the corner is the TV. So this is really cool too because this is on a swing arm mount. So if you want to be able to swing this around to watch from the sofa, you can do that. And I will show you the sofa in a little bit because this unit does have a Murphy bed. Then right here in the corner, of course, this is a bunk model. So as you'd expect, right here, your two bunks. The thing I like about this is that it is in the industry what we call a double over double. It has a double wide bunk. So if you have two smaller children that want to share a bunk together, you can certainly do that. And these are the Teddy Bear Bunk series, which means they're nice and soft. But more importantly, take a look at how thick this is. A lot of times your mattresses on your bunks, they're about this thin. They're super uncomfortable. Not the case here. These are nice thick mattresses, so the kids will have a good night's sleep. Also in both bunks, you see we have a window, top and bottom. You'll also see you have a light on the top and bottom. And in the corner, you have an electrical outlet. The cool thing about that, I know a lot of times we try to go camping to get away from electronics. But on those rainy days, this is a smaller camper. Being able to have the kids sit in their bunks and plug in their iPads or cell phones, whatever it may be, can be a lifesaver, can save you from pulling all your hair out. I think that is an awesome thing that they have, especially if it's in both bunks, so the kids won't be fighting over it. Right down underneath here, you can open this up. You can see some extra storage space in there. This is a great place for kids' clothes, whether it's a dirty laundry basket or if you have a duffel bag full of clothes you want to stick under there, you can do that. But again, that is just some nice extra space. Right back here is the bathroom. Before I show you that though, I want to show you this. This is, again, kind of along the same line of clothes. This is a nice versatile storage area here. You see you have the hanging rod across the top. So if you want to use it for kids' clothes, great. These shelves are removable. Take them out, hang some clothes. If not, you can put folded clothes in here, or this also makes a great pantry space. It's right next to the fridge, so you can fill that full of food if you need the extra space. Right back here is the bathroom, as I mentioned. You'll see the foot flush lever toilet right down here. Right in front of that, or next to that rather, is your tub shower. I like having a tub. You have kids, if you have to give them a bath, you can still do it here. You see the shelves there, your hand wand, and a nice big skylight up top, letting in a lot of natural light, give you some additional headroom. You see your vent fan here to help have some moisture escape. Also mirrored medicine cabinet with storage behind that, and then sink top and vanity with additional storage there too. Now right over here is the fridge freezer combo. It is Dinette fridge freezer. It's nice and big. You can see that here. This unit does run off both propane and electric and also has automatic switchover. But again, having, your nice big refrigerator in a smaller travel trailer is huge. It's awesome they give you that much extra space for your cold storage. Microwave right up top here. There's the weight, 4,080 pounds. Right next to that, I love they do this too. This is great. They have raised panel cabinetry. Just gives it that nice extra flair to the kitchen here. Of course, you still have the beautiful brushed nickel pulls. When we open that up, kind of the same thing as the storage across the way. You see they don't have a style here, so you are able to fit some larger items in there. Maybe you have like a pantry organizer, something for your spices you want to put in there. You have the space in which you can do it. Of course, LED light here underneath. This is our fully functional hood with a light and a fan. 3-burner Atwood cooktop here, the front one being high output. Nice flame control on the Atwoods. If you take a look underneath, you can see an oven there too, in case you are one of the people that like to bake while you are camping. This gives you the full capability to do so. And underneath that, take a look at that storage. Great storage underneath there. So if you have all your pots and pans, that's an excellent place to put them right there. Then we'll open this storage up. This is something you have to have. Drawers. You'd be surprised how many small travel trailers just don't have drawers, but not the case here. You have these 2 full extension ball bearing drawers there, as well as some additional storage underneath, and then that's all tucked away by the door right here. And underneath the sink, I'll open that guy up. Again, you can see some additional storage there. Top has plenty of room for all of your cleaning supplies. Underneath, you have space. That's a big wide space down there, so if you have like some cookie sheets, things like that, again, if you like to bake, that is the place where you can put those. When you come back up top to the countertop, you see you do have good prep space right here. If you want to put a coffee maker there, you can certainly do that. You'll see your electrical outlet is right there, so that was kind of their intent for things like coffee maker, toaster, things that commonly stay on top of the countertop here. Also, they give you dual sink top covers. They do that for extra prep space, so you can use this as prep space. When I remove that, that will reveal our double bowl sink, larger one on the left, smaller on the right, and then the high-rise faucet there as well. It is worth noting these are cutting board quality, so if you want to use these as a cutting board, you can. My recommendation, if you do that, is just flip them over. That way all your knife marks are on one side. You can flip it back over and still have the nice looking side here, again, for display and prep use. Window here, of course, to let in the natural light again, and as I mentioned, the LED light is right over there. Now let's get to the front. This is the Murphy bed. Now, I know a lot of people hate Murphy beds, and yes, it does take a little bit more work to set up and tear down, but the trade-off, in my opinion, is definitely worth it. In a small camper like this, if you didn't have a Murphy bed, your bed would be out to here. It takes up a ton of the camper. It seems really closed in, and the only spot you have to sit to do anything on a rainy day is the dinette. If it's 4 of you, the dinette gets really tight. So by going with the Murphy bed, you have the extra seating space here. You get a couch with a very nice view to the TV, I may add. To make up the Murphy bed, it is pretty simple. This right here is basically a jackknife sofa. So, one of the complaints I get with the Murphy bed is, oh, I lose all my storage. But that's not true. Take a look right there. You still have good storage underneath the bed. So it is still nice and easy to access with the jackknife style sofa. So what you do, you just jackknife this like you normally would, tuck these cushions in a little bit. They make this nice and tight on purpose, so that way you have a nice solid foundation. It's not sliding all over the place. Now to drop the Murphy bed down, You have 2 locks on either side. I did already undo one for demonstration purposes, but we'll just undo this one right here. You have a handle here. In my opinion, it's a little bit tougher to use on this bed. I think it's easier to use that to put it back away. So I generally go just like this on the one side, and then you can set her down just like that. Once that is set down, you can then take your mattress. Now granted, this is from the manufacturer, so we still have the plastic and everything on here, but you unfold it just like that. And there you go. Your bed is made up, nice and simple. You know, put your blankets on there. You are all set. On both sides here, you see we have mirrored wardrobe space. I'll open that up for you so you can take a look in there. You see the hanging rod. You have the shelf up top. And then if you take a look on this other side down below, you'll see you have a nice little nightstand there as well as an electrical outlet. So if you have to plug anything in, it is easy to do that. Windows here on both sides for a cross breeze. It's also worth noting that you do have a ducted furnace in here, and then you have an AC right up top. So whether it's cold or hot, you will be able to camp in here in comfort. But all right, folks, that wraps it up. Again, this is a 2018 Keystone Passport 239ML. This one is in the Driftwood interior. If you're interested in this RV and you'd like price and availability, I recommend you give us a call here at American RV, or you can take a look at our website, which is AmericanRV.com. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker, and I can't wait to see you on the road to freedom.